Hello third grade families, this is Miss Martin and I'm helping Miss Nixon make videos. So today I'm going to be talking to you about the different menus that the ESL teachers have created. These menus are supposed to help provide additional support for your student as they are completing their packet work. And so the menus are broken down into 4 different categories. You have reading, writing, listening, and speaking. They're also broken down into levels. So you have level 1 and 2, level 2 and 3, and level 3 and 4. Ms. Nixon will be sending out text to let you know what level your student is, but you should also just go by whatever your student feels most comfortable in completing. In order to be entered into the prize drawing in September, your student needs to complete 2 of the different categories. For example, your student could complete speaking and writing, or speaking and listening. They just need to complete 2. So for level 1 and 2 of reading, it talks about antonyms. Antonyms means opposite. So for example, good and bad are antonyms of each other because they are the opposites of each other. Good means that something's really great, and bad means that something's not good at all. So they are antonyms because they do not mean the same thing. They mean the opposite. So on the left side, your student has 4 words: full, love, greedy, and sweet. On the right side, there's another 4 words: hate, mean, empty, and generous. Your student needs to draw a line from the left side to the right side to show 2 words that are antonyms. For level 2 and 3, it talks about fantasies. Fantasies tell us things that could not happen in real life. Something that is real means that it could actually happen. You're supposed to read the sentences listed in the menu under level 2 and 3 for reading and decide if it's fantasy or something that could really happen. So you should write R for realistic or F for fantasy. For example, it says, at night, Roger would wait for Melissa to wake up. Could that really happen? If it could really happen, you should write R. If it's not real, you should write F. The next one is Miss Munson opened the door and flew up to the sky. Third one is Aggie turned off the TV. The fourth one is the cat took the spray bottle and sprayed Melissa. So you need to decide if they are realistic and could really happen or fantasy and couldn't happen. For level 3 to 4, you should read the sentences from This Is Not My Cat. Then you need to decide what the bold words mean. The first sentence says, she had looked like she had been the sole witness in the explosion of the paint store. You need to decide what the word witness means. Does it mean a person who has a secret? A person who sees or hears something that happened? A person who steals? A person who hides? And those are your 4 options. For the second question, it says, as she grew desperate, she even looked in the mailbox. Desperate is your bold word. You need to decide if desperate means confident, careless, not afraid, or having a great need or desire. You should circle whatever letter represents the word desperate. For the listening section, you should watch the following YouTube videos for level 1 to 2. The YouTube video will talk about the states of matter. The question that you need to answer says, is a popsicle a solid or a gas? Then you need to fill in the blank. It says, a popsicle is a, and you should fill it in with solid or gas. Then it says, is steam a liquid or a gas? Steam is a. Is juice a liquid or a gas? Juice is a. The video should help you answer those questions. For level 2 to 3, you should watch the YouTube video and answer the following questions with a family member. So you should speak the questions out loud. It says, a cup and a piece of paper are solids. Solids cannot change their shape. What is an example of a solid in your house? For me, I might say, an example of a solid in my house is my dresser. Honey and coffee are liquids. Liquids change their shape with a new container. What is an example of a liquid in your house? And I might say, an example of a liquid in my house is milk. For level 3 through 4, you also need to watch a YouTube video, and it says milk is a liquid because it changes its shape with a new container. What are other 2 examples of liquids? So you need to think of 2 more examples of liquids. Then it says helium is a balloon and it is a gas because it has no shape and it can be invisible. What is another example of a gas? So you need to think of another 2 examples of a gas. The video should help you answer that. For the writing section, it says you are making a pizza. For level 1 and 2, you should draw the steps that you would take to make it. So it gives you 4 blanks and you need to draw 4 different steps for level 1 and 2. For level 2 and 3, it says the words in the word box to write the steps you would use to take and make a pizza for your family. So you should use those words, oven, crust, cheese, and sauce, to fill in the blanks. For level 3 and 4, it says imagine you are making a pizza. What steps would you take? You should write a paragraph. You should use at least 4 sentences because you should use the transition words first, then, next, and last. For the speaking section, for level 1 and 2, it says everything you can see and touch is made up of matter. You should look at the pictures below and say, rocks are made up of matter, waves are made up of matter, and people are made up of matter. Then you should answer the following questions. Are rocks made up of matter? You should say either yes, rocks are made up of matter, or no, rocks are not made up of matter. But we just learned from before what we spoke out loud that rocks are made up of matter. Then it says, are waves made up of matter? Are people made up of matter? And you need to say yes or no. For level 2 to 3, it says everything you see and touch is made up of matter. Look at the pictures below and say, people are made up of matter, apples are made up of matter, toys are made up of matter. Answer the questions of the family member. Are people made up of matter? Are apples made up of matter? Are toys made up of matter? For level 3 through 4, it talks about the word dissolve. Dissolve means to mix with a liquid and become part of the liquid. So when something dissolves, you put it in a liquid and then it becomes the liquid. For example, sugar dissolves in water and becomes just a part of the water. We're going to be making predictions. You should share your answers with a family member. For example, it says, do you think sugar will dissolve in water? You should answer and say, yes, I think sugar will dissolve in water. The other ones talk about, do you think salt will dissolve in water? You should either say, yes, I think salt will dissolve in water, or no, I don't think salt will dissolve in water. Do you think chalk will dissolve in water? Do you think rice will dissolve in water? Do you think baking soda will dissolve in water? Do you think oatmeal will dissolve in water? Just be thinking, and if you have any extra time and your parents let you, then maybe you could even try those experiments if you have the materials at home. I hope that you all are doing well. Keep working hard on your packets. We miss you.